Haunt ist die beste Spieler in Brawl Stars Spieler EU West. So it's Qlash versus Deception here for the first match.
Qlash versus Deception.
Qlash banned BB and Deception banned 8-bit. So I think those two brawls would definitely be really good at pit stop. But you have to keep in mind this is not just for pit stop. It's for the entire match that it's banned.
We're gonna go ahead and bull charge right on into this one. Right off the top, Qlash versus Deception. We saw the BB ban and the 8-bit ban. So new brawler not seen here today. On the bottom side, there's the Bull. On the top side, well, there's two beefy characters, the Bull and the Primo.
Primo's been on the up and up for sure. His new Star Power Meteor Rush giving him one of the highest instances of movement speed after his super for a decent duration as well. It means he can close the gap, he can create a lot of space, he can really be in a lot of different places on the map. Very deadly when he can use that mobility to his advantage.
Right now, Gabby trying to walk down. Ooh, Rico. Ricochet man gets the shot. Haunt going to be turned on as well by Spike. But the doors haven't been opened. You see damage on Deception's turret as Mr. Fish finds his way past the defense. That's about it.
Gabby's trying to get to this blue safe to put a little bit of contest on, just ignoring Mr. Fish. And there's something there, but when you're kind of losing that race at this point, Bull's already on your safe. He's already tearing it apart. He's been up there the entire game, just chunking away.
At the same time, that's where you got to trust your teammates. As the Primo, it's your job to get up there on the turret, or on the safe, rather. Let Haunt kind of handle the player on offense. Like you said, though, the race is done. And one more shot will do it. Qlash takes it home. That's game number one. A little bit.
Yeah, Mr. Fish just doing a good job, I think, recognizing the situation. He gets his super fully charged, and then once everybody is pushed far enough up, and he knows when he charges back, nobody can close that gap. He was first to the charge. He gets on the safe, uncontested, and then this is where the game went a little bit weird.
Sure.
Primo gets killed, goes back, theoretically to play defense, it just runs right by him and doesn't, and kind of gives it up. And that's where I start to question, well, I mean, you're really, really bleeding out at that point if you're just letting him free fire, not only beating you to the safe, but then you respawn and then ignore him on top of that. I mean, it's a little much.
So the thought process there from Gabby was sound. It was honestly just kind of a team breakdown. This time around, Gabby on the same character, but we're going to see Amnesia play the Nita. Same composition for Qlash. They won. Ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, for sure. Both these characters pretty tanky. And Nita, not outright tanky, but once you get that bear rolling, once you get your star power pumping and that sustain rolling, Nita can actually be a very, very effective bruiser, putting out a lot of damage with her bear to front line. She sustains the bear sustains her, and all is well and good.
There's the charge from Mr. Fish, fighting his way onto the safe real quick. Amnesia trying to find the shots, and Haunt comes around the right side. Beautiful play there, but Bull does about 20% and then some. Almost 30% done by Qlash already.
Nice bounces there from Mini-Q. Nice bounces right back there from Haunt. Getting onto the safe now. You talked about destruction. It's kind of why it's important, right? Haunt has to, this is his only angle to work with, and it's kind of awkward. He's a little bit exposed, so he doesn't get a ton of damage off for it.
Essentially a tie game, although if it ended, Qlash would be the victor one more time. Stuck in the middle now, Mini-Q pops the super, and Ick gets Haunt from a distance. Amnesia trying to find the last shot and won't. Turn corner. This is a nice little brawl, but finally Gabby's going to break the pace.
Yep, he's going to get some damage out here. Spike's going to try and deter this as best as possible with the super, but Gabby does a good job sidestepping it. Ultimately gets about 20% damage.
Fish is answering back, though. Amnesia's here. 46-44 for Qlash and 57 for Deception so far. It's left to go. Qlash still in the lead. They did take game number one, so if it ends here, Nick, they will be able to take this one and move on to the set second. The way it's looking, it's tough for the red team to get into Blue's base.
Yeah, they don't need a ton of damage, though, and they are starting to tighten the noose, so to speak. That Bull Primo matchup is just so tough. I mean, he shreds even the biggest of characters.
Now Mr. Fish on the offensive. Still, this team.
That charge.
Yeah, this team leads. There it
goes. Ooh, and he gets the Rico. Oh, man, the style charge as well. Kills out Rico. Nicely done there. Mr. Fish. Such an important role in Heist the Bull has to play.
Collateral damage is the Rico right there. Mr. Fish takes the game and the set, so we'll move on to set number 2 here in our first match of the day. Qlash looking pretty good. Qlash has been able to do already as they start things off. Gem Grab, they do have the RNG.
Pretty different comps here. Piper's the only mirror. Tara, Spike, Pam, and Rosa. Lots of character variety in this one.
Wham, bam, Pam.
Yeah, that's right. She received some upward adjustments. Both of her star powers got a little bit of a buff. Running Mama's Hug, it looks like. So this is, every time you see this little green circle flash, her teammates are going to heal. Used to be 30, now it's 40.
Deception banned 8-bit, which is a similar character to Pam if you ask some of the top players. The idea that you want to stay in one area, Gem Grab is kind of conducive to that environment. That's not what you want to put Tara. Pam takes care of player on the left-hand side, so it's 4-2 so far. Qlash with a nice lead. They did have the RNG in the early game, and Piper goes down, but on her own terms.
Terrain destruction gonna be, wow, Mr. Fish just walks out there with 2 gems. There's a gravity well. Piper's gonna be able to get out there alive. Shadow Clone with a Mystic Ally. As you can see, this one just tossing out those little healing projectiles, can target through walls, all that good stuff. Woo! Very good star power option that has brought Tara into the forefront.
Excuse me, I was calling him Many Q. Many O there grabs the long range shot twice in a row actually, and is able to take down Haunt, no problemo. And that is an open midfield. Piper is going to go to town. Gabby 1 shot, Many's missed 2. It's not even needed.
Look at that. Pam can really honestly shred when she gets up close. Somehow Blue has managed to bring it back. Start their countdown, crushing snipe on a Piper. That's probably going to seal it.
Yeah, Tara trying to get in here. Gabby, though, around the corner, not going to find it. That's going to be game number 1. Qlash goes ahead and takes this one more time.
Honestly,
we'll jump right in here to game number 2. Seeing same composition from Qlash this time around. Up top, same idea with the Tara, but switching out the melee character for a Spike, and I think that's the good call.
Spike just so consistent with the curveball, so the star power. I see a lot of players running that now.
You got it, man. The curveball is it's just made the character a little bit easier to play. And listen, I'm here to win the game. I'm not here to have conversations about is it cheap, is it not, is it good? Does it win games? That's all I care about.
That's the way it is here in competition. There's a 5th and a 6th gem out there on the field. You can see Menio wants it.
Nice shot.
And he uses that to his advantage with, I know where you know that, where I want to be. I can take advantage of that. Look at that, 7 gems already. Many is going to risk it, wait for that 8th, grab it, back to the healing turret. I like the angle from Mr. Fish as well. Look at this, he's just locked down, maintaining his turret just so Menio can use it and grab gems. He's got his super up to leap out if he needs.
This is absolutely Menio's game. Mr. Fish and Ick are here to complement and assist. That's why that's a great play there coming out from Deception, but unable to convert. Menio gets grabbed by the Tara ult, but not able to find the kill as Deception. So super burned, but no kill.
1, and this will be the countdown. If they can grab it, and they
Beautiful.
can. Menio starting the retreat. Super's up. Another healing turret is ready to go should this one fall. I don't think it will, Tom.
Beautiful play here. Again, this is kind of textbook for this strategy. When it comes to gem grab, I think there are multiple types of strategies, and that's what makes this game fun. But at the end of the day, if you're going the single carry route, which is what we saw, Menio's sitting there in the back and shooting everybody. Mr. Fish is there to go ahead, provide cover on the right side. That's why the spray pattern is so big. That's why, like, the Pam wide shots are big. Yep. Plus, you're giving the turret to your carry. And then left side, you've got the curveball. You just can't walk there either. So you're locking down this spot. The middle is all Piper. I mean, that's what it is. It's that simple.
It's nicely done. Piper was, I mean, really, if you want to look at anyone.
Beautiful.
Nisha potentially could have won this 1v1. It really kind of came down to that. Gabby and Mr. Fish were sort of just haphazardly poking at each other. There was one gravity well, but wasn't able to turn the game off of it. Would have taken a wombo combo, I think, to break this lead.
Yeah, it was just really good coverage. Right, this is one of those where everybody's looking at Piper, 10 gems, all the kills in the game, but that was brought to you by the side laners. You've got the Cactus, you've got Pam over there, and that's going to be able to just provide all the coverage, zone players out, and assist the Piper. I mean, what else do you want?
Hunt, the best player in the world. Thanks. Why do you do Gear play? Gear is playing with Team Qlash, so yeah, they are playing. But this is the second Qlash team, so there's 2 different Qlash teams, so yeah, it's not them we're spectating right now. But yeah, Bali, for Deception. I think that's a really good pick. And double tank. However, he does have Spike, and that can be a good counter. So I think both teams are going for a little bit of control here early on. No one trying to sneak around them. So let's see. Once the tanks start getting the super, it's gonna be really important. So Fish, he got his super. He's not going in yet. And right here he goes in and he destroys the wall. That's really good. What's up, Ermal? How are you doing? Let's see. So they have a little bit of a lead here. Team Qlash to start out with. And Mr. Fish able to kill the Barley again, staying up. And he's also got the first star power, so that's really important to look out for, because if he can stay there up on the save, it's going to be really important. So this game definitely looking in the favor of Qlash right now, because now they have so much damage in that the other team is going to have to defend no matter what. So you can see the Red Bull is going to have to stay back because Fish is up and Fish is going in. Is he able to get it? Almost. And it's one shot here once many get a super, and yeah, that's game. So taking home the first map to Team Qlash. I think if you look at the combos, it makes sense, because it can be really hard for the two tanks to get close on the Rico and on the Spike. Okay, jumping into the second game. So Team Qlash didn't change anything up, but we're seeing Anita now on Deception. So I think Nita is going with the second star power, but we're gonna have to wait and see, because the second star power, if she can get her bear down, it's gonna be a lot of damage if it can just stay there. But I think what's really interesting is Fish is going with the first star power for Brawl, because the first star power for Brawl is not very often being used. And I'm pretty sure that nothing was changed in the most recent balance changes. But having the Nita on defense is definitely what they are looking for Deception, because she's not gonna be able to defend really well, and she's not gonna be able to get a lot of damage. So yeah, Team Qlash, they are starting out with more damage, but now the times have changed, and it's Deception's time to go offensive, but getting shut down very, very quickly. So yeah, it's still open for both teams. It's pretty even. It's just chipping in a little bit on both teams. So we're seeing the Primo jump in, and Ish is gonna have to go down and defend. Bull got super now as well. The Nisa going on defense the entire time is really not very, very great for them. And the Primo respawning, of course, can also do a great job defending. Value super, yeah. I think maybe they were thinking that it would be Anita and it would go like a counter pick, because it's gonna be hard for the Barley to deal with the bear maybe. I'm not sure, but definitely some mind games going on when they're picking their combos. But now Qlash on the offense, 20 seconds left only, and they also have a little bit of a lead. So I would say they're definitely in the advantage. And I think it's game right here. Yeah, definitely. We have seen a lot of Piper on this map, and we are seeing more Piper, many picking Piper. And Pam, I've not seen Pam in a long time on this map. So let's see. Right away, I think Qlash, they did a really good job at getting control and getting the Terra down. But once the Terra get a super, if she's gonna come back up, she's gonna just one super on many O, and it's gonna be finished. And she's gonna be able to turn the game completely around. So many going on the side now, and Pam going in the mid after she got the turret. And they're rotating back again. I'm not sure why they did that. But now the Terra regained side, and it's switching back now. There's a little bit of a choke point in the beginning, so it's definitely gonna be, if you can hold the control, for sure it's gonna be really good for you, and it's gonna be hard to come out of that. So you're gonna have to play, I would say, pretty careful when you already have it, because you definitely don't want to give that up. But as the walls are being broken, you can see Menio's side is broken up, opening up the map for the Piper, but also blowing up the cover. I'm not sure if that's good or not. Yeah, and Menio also destroying the other side. So now the map is completely open, and that's why you see Piper on this map so much, because Piper, she's, you know, gonna have a lot of value when the map is open and hit a lot of easy shots, and people are gonna have a hard time getting close to her. So yeah, there's no way for Deception to come back unless they kill one of the teammates, but it's not looking like it. And Piper, of course, with the jump, if the Terra gets the pull, she can jump away. So again, Qlash looking very dominant here, and it's actually match point now. If they get this next round map, then they're gonna take the win against Deception. But maybe they'll change up their combos. So let's see. Did they change anything? I don't think. Yeah, they changed the Rosa to the Spike. So this beginning matchup is really important, and Menio helping out on the side against the Spike, putting them in a 3 versus 2 situation is really good. And Many getting a hit on Horn as well. And Horn now going on the side. They keep shooting, they're not really healing up. Oh, Horn almost going down right there actually. Ich going down. If Amnesia, he could come from behind here, they could potentially trap them, but he's just falling back. Many getting a lot of important shots in, I would say, and taking out the other Piper as well. And sitting on all the gems, unlike last game. Last game there was the gems were spread out a lot. So they only need 2 more gems, but Terra also have her super now. That was a misclick, I think. Is she going down? The Pam is still there. That was definitely a misclick. I'm gonna say that was a misclick. Because that pull, if they could have killed the Piper, then was only the Pam there. And Min is gonna be able to pick up the last gem, and now she's sitting on all 10 gems, so this is looking like it should, yeah, it's most definitely going to Qlash here, and unless something crazy happens, I don't know what that could be, but yeah, that's the second set going to Qlash, and they are going to round of 16, so very nicely done by them. We panicked too hard. Yeah, it's really important for these players to keep focused playing the games.